All right, guys. I am ready to, keep making progress on this wireframe. So uh, I'm I'm okay with this hero section here. I know some of you guys are implementing the slideshow. The images running, right? The slide automatically changing. If you want to do that, why not? You can do that. Um, you can take a look at the slider slideshow tutorial from from the Spotify, and you can simply add that. So basically, what you will do is within this hero section, um, you will create um, a slideshow component, and then you will place it inside of this hero section, and you will have these you know not follow auto layout, and yeah, that is one way to do it. Okay, so I'm not gonna go deeper into that because I think for for the testing purpose, if I were to test this wireframe, this I think is good enough. So the next thing that I want to do is, so the concept that I have for the home page is that this, I mean, from many of your research, it wasn't clear what Viscom program is. I think this section, the hero section, kind of gives an idea of what this program is to the users. So that problem is, I hope this addresses that problem. I will know once I test this wireframe with the user. So I mean, so far I feel like this will address that issue. If it doesn't, then I will work on that again, but I will rework on this. But for now, I'm gonna leave it as is. So the concept I have for the home page is that I want to make a home page like a summary of everything in my in this website. So, for example, curriculum, students, faculty, contact, right? I want to have everything in this homepage as a summary. For example, the next section that I want to show here is, excuse me, curriculum. So curriculum, or let me, you know what, I want to call this academics. And I'll tell you why I want to call that. Okay, I'm gonna call this academics, and believe it or not, we have actually Viscom has a graduate program. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have two cards, right? So something like this. So this is a hero section, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add, oops, not there, within container, I'm gonna add, no, why it's going there? Okay, anyway, you know what I can do is I can add a frame like this, and I'll call this academics, command X, and here, okay, here is the academics, right? Okay, I have that. I'm gonna add auto layout to this, okay, and fill container. There you go. Now, and also I need to add padding. Hold on, where is the padding? Yes, there you go. Use. All right, so padding is added. So within this section, I want to have two cards showing, graduate program and master's program in visual communication. All right, so that's the idea here. So to do that, first of all, I want to let the users know what they are seeing in this section, right? For that, I will add a title. So let's add a title. I will call this academics. And if it doesn't make sense, I will change that later. But for now, I'll call this academics and go with fill container, hug contents. I think I'll go with a smaller text, maybe H1 or H2. Let's see, H2. It's too small. Maybe I want to go with H1. Okay, academics. I think this looks fine. So I'm going to call this title or section title. Section title, academics section, and this is section title, and I want 2 cards in here. Okay, and those cards I want to say something like, you know, the card will have, let's say, undergraduate and graduate, right? I don't know what to put in the undergraduate. I can actually take a look at some of the example websites, right? Let's go to Canvas and see how they have done. I'm sure you guys have already done the research, and if you had to do something like this, I don't know what you are doing, but this is what I'm trying to do, and let me see what others are doing. Oh, note attendance announcements, and let's see. Pratt, how do they do it? BFA, they don't have master's program, do they? School of Design. And academics. School of Design, I believe. So there are departments, undergrad. Okay, undergraduate program. Okay, and then the graduate program, right? Wow. This looks horrible. I mean, look at the spacing. Maybe it's because, sorry. Maybe it's because of the you know, responsiveness. Like if I do it like this, let me see, how does it look? Yeah, still I don't like the spacing here. This is terrible. But I mean, content wise, I think these are some of the things I want to, you know, include, right? Under undergraduate program, what do they learn, right? What are the emphasis? What are the emphasis in undergraduate program, and what will users learn in the graduate program? So these are the things that I want to have. Let me see, what do Parsons do? They have curriculum. Do they have like undergrad and grad? Academics. Well, yeah, they do. So undergrad and grad. Okay, there are tons of stuffs. Okay, I think I'll go with this Pratt's idea, and that's what I'm gonna do. Undergrad, right? And I'll simply, I won't copy it because I know that we have so much focus in design fundamentals, typography, and so on. That's what I will add. Okay, first let me create one card, and I can, you know, just create that as a component and use its instance to create the graduate program. Okay, and if possible, I can reuse that component to create, you know, other cards as well. So let's see how it goes. So what I'm going to do is, you know what, I'm going to create the component here and place it under the molecules there. So undergraduate, first of all, I want to change its font to, let's say, H2. Yeah, I think that should work. Yeah. Or you know what? Let's give this H1. Oh, H2. And this one as H3. Yeah. Yeah, what is this? This is H1. This is title. Okay. Let's see. Play that. And then, oh, what happened here? I have no idea. What's that? There is something. Is that the background color? What is it? Okay. Yeah, still there. Let me just bring it. Interesting. Look. The academics is. Oh, this is the container. Okay. Hero section. Let me turn that off. See what happens. Okay, academics right there. Now let me turn this on. What's going on here? What are these? I have no idea. Did I mess up something? Okay, how about now? Something up there, and I don't know what that is. Topper, Napper, Hero section, join, academics. Right, so this is what we had, and this is a prototype, so after delay it goes there, there. Should be fine. Why is this animating? Let me fix this first. It's fill container, right? Let me take out. Right. Now, content. Let's say content. Content and content. Okay, let's see what happens. I have no idea where these blocks of boxes coming from. It's still there and goes like that. So funny. All right, you know what? since I don't know what's going on there, I'm going to take this out. Actually, I just need to take out the hero section, right? So I'm going to take out the hero section. Okay, now I see. I mean, where did this come from? I don't know. Okay, all right. I think it's fixed now. So I'll put this on inside the container. So there you go. There's your hero and this academics. Okay. Oh, maybe I was adding these squares or the rectangles and they were accidentally behind it. Okay, anyway, it's fixed now. So this is working fine. Also, let me just change the, you know what, under prototype, I'm going to change this to slightly darker. Let's go with like, all right. Okay, yeah. So under academics, I want undergraduate. I want a card, undergraduate, right? And then I want an image, or maybe, you know, I want a big card with image, and then on top of that, undergraduate, and then talk a little bit about, you know, what they, what's the focus of this what's the outcome of this undergraduate program is. So I'm gonna add auto layout. So this is academics card. Academics card. Right, so this is undergrad, and within this I want to add some, you know, I want to add an image. So fill, there you go, this is going to be an image. Or, you know what, let's keep it there, something like that. And let's take out the fill, so, and add a background color. Let's keep that light gray, and padding, I'm going to add, let's say medium, okay, something like that. And I want to add another text box. First of all, in this academics, I want to add the vertical auto layout. Okay, so I have this undergrad, and then let's say learning outcomes. For now, we can change this to something more meaningful or more, you know, interesting. We can add, we can say something, or outcomes, or yeah, career outcomes, maybe career options, or so, anything that, I mean, from your research, let's say if your user, whatever users want to know, like what do they get out of this program, right? This undergrad program, you want to add that over here. And then H3, okay. You know what, I'm going to go with H2 over here, and this one, I'm going to say H1. Yeah, okay, yeah. Career options, and here I'll add another text box. Okay, and here career options, or maybe, I don't know, example courses. I don't know, something along those lines, you know, career options, or learning outcomes. Say, I'm just gonna say learning outcomes for now. Then let's have another text over here. Oops. This text box will contain like typographic typography. Okay, typography skills, UX research, branding, right? Graphic design, so on. And I'm going to make this bullet point like that. All right. I mean, this gap is too big, so I'm gonna grab them in this. I'm gonna call this content. Okay, and this is title. Right, this is the card. Okay, so what I'm thinking here is that, let's say, our content, fill container. Okay, so within content, I want, let's say, spacing 12. Yeah, that's good enough. Academics, I want to make this hard content. All right, so here, actually I don't want to add padding there. I'm going to remove padding here. Instead, I will add padding to this title. Okay, add auto layout, and you will know in a moment why I'm doing that. Medium, right? Now I want to make this slightly bigger, and in the background I want an image as a background. Okay, so you know now why I did that, right? If I didn't do this, I mean, there will be this kind of a frame around this image, and I didn't want that. Okay, what do I do about this now? So what I can do is I can add the same 24 pixels padding in this box as well. So let's add 24 pixels left and right, 24 pixels bottom and that. Yeah, so okay, and I can actually take out this gap between items. It's too big of a gap, right? So gap between items is auto, or maybe 0. Okay, all right, I think this is looking good. Okay, and academic card, height, I want to say hard content. All right, so this is going to have image. It is undergraduate, graduate, and you know, you can also have probably you can also have paragraph and say, you know, you will learn fundamentals of, and or in the undergraduate program, you get necessary skills to you know, it prepares you for the industry jobs in typography and UX research, branding, and so on, so on. You can do a paragraph as well. What I also want here is that not only like I want to provide the summary, but I also want them to be able to click a button and then learn more about, you know, what courses they take and so on. Okay, so to do that, I want a button in here. Yeah, here is the button assets. Button, right? Insert instance, and it's gonna be here, button. So this button also should be, you know, should have that same paddings, right? So I'm gonna add auto layout. I'm gonna call this footer of the card. Okay, and the footer will also have medium padding and medium padding. Well, this is like too much gap between these two sections, so I'm gonna get rid of the padding on top, right? So here I can say 0, and oh no, yeah, this is fine, but I just want to make sure that the wrapper or the footer wrapper is full width, so fill container. Okay, and maybe I can use a different button, right? Because it's too much attention to this button. Although I mean that's what you might want to do, but I feel like I want to do this like that, and then say learn more. Oops. Okay. So when they click on that, it'll take them to the graduate program, undergraduate program, and probably the curriculum of this undergraduate program and more, right? So that's the plan. But for now, this is what we're gonna have under the academics. So what I want to do is I want to basically use the same card to create the graduate and undergraduate. Okay, so I'm going to create this as a component, create component, right? And oh, you know what, I could have actually used this heading, right? So let's do that. So oops, assets, text, instance. So this is going to be here, right? And undergraduate. Oops. H2. Okay. Yeah. H2. Learning outcomes. This and that. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it doesn't really matter for the card. You know what, I'll actually go back and keep it as the standard text. You'll see in a moment why I did that. Okay, there you go. I'm going back to this now. Since this is a component, I mean, I want to be able to click on this instance of this component and start changing the text, right? So if I had like an instance of the H1 or H2, then I will have to click on that particular instance of H1 and H2 and then change the text. But if I want to be able to, click just the component and then start making changes, that'll be easier if I just added the text property right here. So I'm going to do that. Click on that, right? And then add new property, text property. Title or card title, right? And then this is card subtitle, card body text. All right, and I don't know why it took that away, but there you go, it's here. And this is button. Okay, that's it, right? We have that. Now I'm going to put this back to some organism, right? No, this is going to be molecule. So this is our first molecule. So let's molecules. So this is our first card. Command C. I can actually paste it right here. Right. This is title. This is okay. This is bachelor's or undergrad and grad. Yeah, these they shouldn't be in the same row. or they should be like separate, right? So I'm gonna Shift A, put that in, put these things cards in one auto layout. I'm gonna call this cards, and for this I want to have horizontal. That's good. But for the academics, I want vertical. Okay, now so they are at the bottom, right? Now I don't want these to be like this small and like so. I want them to be fill container, the whole card section, and each of these cards I want them to take the half of the screen, okay, or half of the whatever the content that is. And now I want the gap between items to be slightly larger, so I'm going to change it to 32. Yeah, probably this should be fine. So, and gap between items, variable 24. And you know what, I think it needs some, look how the gap between this hero section and this section is like super tight, right? I want to make it a little bit more breathing room between these sections, so I want to add padding to this academic section. So let me add some padding on top. Let's say large. Yeah, top and bottom large, right? Yep. Is that enough though? I don't know, let's see. What do you say? I mean, it's all right, I think. Yeah, I'll keep a bigger, a larger padding. It's just looks. I mean, it clearly then indicates that these are like two different sections, right? And for some reason, I feel like this could also be slightly bigger. I mean, height of this hero section, right? Okay. Doesn't have to be equal size, but I think this was slightly smaller. Let's take a look at this. Okay. All right. This is how our page is looking. All right. I think I'm quite happy with this. All right. Let's change the title. So this is what I was talking about. So this is graduate, right? And then learning outcomes. Yeah, it's going to be learning. If you want to change it, you can change. But here you can say, I'm kind of now thinking, do I need to say this, right? I can say something like, the VisCom program the undergraduate studies in VisCom or visual. You want to be professional, right? Visual communication program at the School of Visual OU, School of Visual Arts, prepares students for current industry, equips or equips students with skills necessary to equips with skills necessary to start their career in the, I'm gonna say, let's say, in the design field, right? Something like that, you know. I'm gonna, yeah, you can, you know, you can say something like special emphasis will be given to certain things like yeah, I think this should be good enough, right? Okay, and so this is section title, academics, this is content. Looking back, I think go to main component. So which layer was it? I think I don't need the subtitle. This is content, right? Learning outcome, content, typography. Okay, the first layer. I don't need the second layer, so I'm just going to delete that. All right, and push changes to main component. Can I do that? You know what? I'm a little bit skeptical that it'll work, so I'm going to take this out. Okay. Yes, and content. Yeah, I think this should work fine. Okay, I'm just going to change this, you know, learning outcomes to card subtitle to card text, maybe. Card text. All right, oops. The degree. Oops. What is going on here? Is it because, you know what, let me take that out, right? Description, now add this. What's happening? Oh, I messed it up. Hold on one sec. Command Z. All right. Copy all of that. Okay, so that I don't have to write this again. Learning outcomes. So yeah, this is title and this is content, right? This should be okay. Now, card subtitle. All I wanted to change is like the okay. Well, okay. You know what? Let's just keep it like that. I mean, this is just the yeah, wireframe, right? So let's keep it like that. Okay. So for graduate, I'm going to say graduate and learning outcomes. I'm going to paste the same, the graduate individual, the graduate studies, you know, enhances students' design skills by skills through independent studies related to design and related areas psychology, and other related areas of the psychology, sociology, so on. Your design for to what? To advance in their career in the advance their career in industry, research, or as an academic, something like that. Basically what I'm trying to say here is that it'll prepare students to be a researcher, or advance their career in the industry, or become a teacher. Okay, so graduate, undergraduate, we have two academics, and they can click on there and it'll take them to their respective pages. Now the next thing I want is students, right? Within students, I want to basically show student work. You know what? Yeah, I think that's fine. I want to show student work. So it's going to look pretty much the same, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to Command C and Command V this academics. I'm going to call this student work, student work. Yeah, and then I will also use a button. Okay, what I'm going to do is Shift A. There you go. Yeah, something like that. I think this works for me. Student work and learn more. Yeah, it can be here or like that. And I think I will make this transparent. I don't like it. Okay, yeah, I'll just keep it like that. Or not lawnmower, actually. View more. Something like, basically they will click on this button and they'll take you to the student work page, where there will be tens of more student work. And here what I want to do is basically I just want to show maybe like 3 to 4 impactful student work in this section. That's what I want to do. Okay, and it could look something like this, right? So yeah, I'm going to take out that, and that, right? And student work. Oh, here I might need a title. So I think I should go back and put the title on this card, right? So that's actually the title. We need a body, right? So I can't copy and paste it. That's what it is. So I'll need to add a new text box, and that's fine, So paragraph, right? Here's the body text. Body text. Let's save. Fill container, hard content, and card body text, right? And I don't want this to be list item anymore. Just no list. just want this to be a paragraph. Okay, and the value is going to be description. Okay, so this is what I want. Okay, here we are going to hide this. Oh, okay. Description, we need something. So I'm just rearranging or yeah, cleaning up some stuffs. So in this one, I don't want, basically I'm removing the header and just leaving the body text, right? Okay, there you go. What happened here? Oh, okay, it's still there. You have to turn it off. Okay, there you go. Yeah, it's looks good now. So here we have, yeah. Okay, cool. So this should be called, if this is heading, this is the title, right? So yeah, card subtitle. Okay, that's fine. Card title. Okay, yeah, this is looking good now. Okay, here this is going to be the student works image, right? A little bit of description about the, description of the work. I don't need that, so I'll simply use that. There you go. Yeah. Oh, actually I do need that as well. So here the title, right? And I can actually copy paste the same thing. 1, 2, 3, Shift A. There you go. Okay, this is what I want. Student work, view more, right? Okay, and I know this, I call this academic card. I will just call this a card, so that I can use it in multiple places. All right, there you go. So I have student work. I mean, you for your wireframes, you want to make sure that the text in this wireframe, you have like actual text and not just dummy text. So you have to have actual text in these student work cards, but I'm not gonna do that in this case in my wireframes, because I won't be testing these wireframes, but you will be testing yours. So make sure that you have some meaningful text, title and text and so on. Okay, I mean, if you want to create some kind of a slideshow, or arrows, and then let them scroll some of the student work here, you can do that too, but I think this is good enough. Yeah, you can do other stuff, like if you want to do slideshow, you can do that, but I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna call this student work section. Okay, so after student work, what I want to show is faculty. So faculty, right? And I don't want to repeat the same layout over and over again. I want to also make things a little more engaging and diversity in UI design. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get some inspiration. Right? Let's see. What do they have? Faculty. Okay. faculty. Let's see. Oh, okay. Wow. They have a list of stuff, and when you click on that, that's what you get. Yeah, I don't know how engaging this thing is. Personally, I don't like it. So let's see. School. Let's see. How do they do this? Skill, studios, projects. Okay, this is head of the department. And well, I mean, I like this idea. Look, we don't have many. So in Viscom, I think we are only like what 5 faculty, right? So you know, I don't know if I want to have faculty here now. Maybe not, right? Because we don't have like many faculty, and we already have a faculty tab. They can look at it. I mean, why do you want to show faculty? Yeah, well, you might want to, but you know what? I decided that I don't want to show faculty right in this home page. They can go to the actual faculty page and then see it. Student work, I think it's important for someone to know what visual communication program is and what kind of program we offer. So it's important. These 2 sections I think are important, but faculty, I don't know. I don't really know. The next important thing could be, I don't have it here, but I really think that the events, right? That events should be another, news and events. That should be another button actually here. So yeah, news and events. Okay. Okay. So yeah, after that, you know, if you want to make this a little bit more, I don't know, interesting, I can do so many things. Look, what I can do is I can take out, you know what, we can do that in like high fidelity prototype. So basically what I'm trying to do here is this. Look, imagine that this padding, oops, on top is 0, okay, and these 2 are in one frame, and the gap between items is something like that, and this thing, hero and academic section, does not have a, yeah, so I mean, it looks cool, no? And visually it looks interesting and things are overlapping, right? And I think also if you want to show more stuff in the screen, this could be an interesting way to do things. So here, yeah, this is how it'll look like, right? Pretty neat. Okay, and there you go. So okay, I'll keep it just like that, undergrad and graduate. You don't need to say like, you know, what was its academics. You don't need to say that. These are the programs offered, right? So it should be, I mean, very straightforward to understand that these are the 2 programs offered in this visual communication department. Okay, and now I think the gap between these 2 sections are like very big. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this as well. Okay, so this is the visual communication program under which there are 2, you know, degrees you can get, undergrad and grad, and here are some of the student work, right? Title, you know what, it'll be nice if there is actually that the student whose work is this, there was a, you know, a profile or something, you know, profile to that to the student's work, right? If there was a link to their profile. To do that, you can simply add a new let me just so I'm gonna call this image circle. Okay, and this is going to be what? 6 by 56. Okay, and radius is going to be, I want to make it rounded. Create component. So this is a component, and this is going to, have the image of the student. Okay, and when clicked, it'll take users to this this student's either website or LinkedIn page, whatever they have provided. All right, so I'm going to put it right here under the footer. So this footer has horizontal layout and something like that. I think it's, let's see. Yeah, this is too big. I'm going to make it slightly smaller. Let's go with 42. Okay, 42. Yeah, I think this looks fine. Yeah, I think this looks fine to me. Okay. Now it is showing everywhere. What you can do is, do you remember how to show and turn on and off things using property? We're going to use that. Okay, look, you click on that image circle and you add a property, right? Appearance. Yeah, so property, show image circle. By default, I'm going to say false. Create a property. Okay, well, that didn't work very well because now it's this is moving to the left, right? What we can do is we can auto layout to this and that, both of these things. I will say fill container, right? And bottom should say hug content. There you go. And then this should have also fill container, and yeah, and should have that. Okay, now if you turn it on, whoa, that's super big. This should not have, yeah, fixed width. Okay, then it should have, yeah, there you go. Okay, so what I'm basically doing is that wrapping each of these button and the image into separate auto layouts so that I can align them left and right. Looks like this has some padding. I don't want those paddings, so I'm going to zero out all the paddings. Cool. All right, and by default I want this off. Okay, so by default these images are off. Now here we want the image on, and on. There you go. Cool. All right, so regarding the faculty section, I'm thinking of doing slightly different. I do not want any faculty in the home page. I want to probably add, so these two are here. Maybe some news would work before student work. I might add some news, right? So news, right? Yeah, Okay, and it depends how you want to visualize, how you want to create the layout for news. Mm. Yeah, I think this should be a good layout for the news. Student work. Yeah. Okay. You can be more creative, but I'm gonna leave it as is. And just to separate these stuffs, right? What I'm gonna do is student work. I will add fill color to light gray. Now these don't look so good, so maybe dark gray. Oof. Okay, this one I'm gonna change it to light. Oops. Oh, well, so many stuffs I need to change. If I did that, I don't want to do that, so just keep it light gray. Okay, and probably you can change this to, oops, okay, yeah, there you go. Right, so by just changing some colors, and you can create a lot of hierarchy, and you can separate section the relationship, right, so on. Okay, so this is going to be our news. If you want this to be like so, if you have a lot of news, otherwise 3 would work. News, so if they click on view more, then they can go to the news and events section, right? Yeah, or you can also create something called so there is a title, and this is going to be, let's say this is an event, just to indicate what these things are. News, under news, this is like yeah, event, so on. Or you can also use actually icons would be a good way to represent those things. So okay, you can use icons or things to separate that if you decided to add news, but I'm gonna leave it as is. So student work, and what else? Contact. Probably it's okay to leave home page like this. I don't know, right? Yeah, you want to maybe add career opportunities. You can actually add them right here. Sorry, right here. I like how this website has, see this, what job can I get, right? And so on. Yeah, you can add those over there. Yeah, what will I learn? I mean, we touched upon this a little bit on these cards, but you can elaborate, So, okay. And student work. And at the end, I think what I'll do is let's say, I will not add this, right? Not that. And I don't know, why do I have, oh, okay. No, I'm going to take this out. Card, sorry. You don't need to wrap them inside the auto layer. Take them out, okay? Yeah, these also, you don't need to wrap them inside the cards. just cleaning up some stuffs. Okay, so I have that. At the end, you know what? Once they have looked at our program, checked out our news section, student work, and so on. At the end, probably I want to say, apply for this program, right? We want, I mean, if you look at it from the school's perspective, they want to attract more students. So I would say, things like blah blah blah, right? Some stuff, whatever. This is like one of the best programs in the whole world, or in Oklahoma. So apply. You want to say something like that? I mean, at least I would say something like that if I were to design this website. So content. I will add the actual content later, but for now I would say something like, okay, come join our world class program and become a leader in design industry, something like that, and then say apply now. I need a button, so let's add button. Okay, I don't want this horizontally, I want it vertically centered. Okay, and yeah, button items 3, 4 is fine, I believe. Yeah, should be okay. Okay, and then this text, I can maybe use a very big font. Whoa, that's too much. Oh, that's spacing. I want to use title. It's still too much. Okay, something like that, right? Button says apply now. Okay, yep, something like that. So this is my home screen, home page, right? Okay, let's see how is it looking. Okay, yeah. Now, a couple of things in terms of interaction, right? I have this thing going on, which I like it pretty good. So when this is a long page, and most of the web pages are going to be like that, right? So what do I do if I want to make this navigation sticky, right? When you do that, I want it to be sticky. To make that happen, I will go ahead and select this navigation, go to prototype. Instead of scroll with parent, I'll say sticky stop at the edge, right? I'll do that. I know this will not work. Whoa, look at that. And it's not working because right now the content, right? All this content, look, let me just collapse some of these stuffs. Okay. All right, this is the home page, right? The top bar, nav bar, and the container that contains entire content, and the footer. This is at the very bottom. If you look at this, these layers in a 3D, right? This is at the very bottom, and comes that. On top of navbar, you have container, and so on. So there is the top at last, or something like that, right? Top at last. That's what it's going on right now. If you change the bottom at last, if you reverse the order of the overlapping, then it should be fixed. So what you want to do is click on the home, the outermost frame where you have everything, right? You want to select that, and then where's the auto? This is the auto layout. Click on this auto layout settings. So right now it's last on top, which means that footer is at the very top. If you look at the structure there in 3D, from the 3D perspective, this is at the very top, and then on bottom, so on. So you want to do first on top. So this one at the very top, and then that. So once you have done that, now if you scroll it, see, it stays. Cool. All right. This is my homepage. I hope this helps many of you. I mean, this is you can do so many more things than what I've done. So yeah, I hope you'll be more creative and improve what I have here. Or yeah. Okay. All right.